tell me first, obviously this has just gained a lot of traction, the incident involving your mom. What is sort of your first reaction when you heard that she was arrested for this?
Um, I At first I was joyous because of the fact that she's in a position where she can no longer harm children until she's convicted. Despite the bond, because there are restrictions in place to prevent her from being in contact with children, which is absolutely what needs to be happening. Um, but it was very quickly followed by feelings of sadness, of the fact that it wasn't just it didn't stop at me in my experience. It's just horrific to harm a little baby, and the fact that there's potentially more than one recently. We know of two since the one that occurred in 2014. We know that that was more than likely not something that should have been taken lightly at the time. So it's very saddening.
What you said your immediate reaction was overjoyed. What was your experience when you were growing up? What happened?
I actually lived a pretty good childhood up until I was about 10, 11 or so. She started showing more signs of favoritism. And then that's whenever she started planting dangerous items on me, lighters, matches, knives, razor blades. Um, and That, of course, opened up outpatient therapy, which turned into inpatient hospitalizations and a wrongful arrest. Um, every day I woke up between the ages of 11 and 14, uh, just dreading the day ahead, terrified of this woman, and just so beyond frustrated that nobody would listen to me, um, and that I kept having to, for lack of better words, change my story to just have some kind of freedom in my life, and be able to go home whenever I was being hospitalized. I unfortunately had to feed into the narrative in order for that to happen. Um, and it was it was like one really long nightmare, and I'm so glad that it's over.
Well, I want to start by saying I'm so sorry that happened to you because no child deserves that. And I'm sure it was an uphill battle for you. I'm glad you were able to kind of move past things and use it as a reason to be stronger every day. But I guess what would be your hope in this situation? I know this was a baby. Do you by chance know is was just this just a random child she was babysitting?
Right. So I don't really know the names of the children she was babysitting until after my second hospitalization, in which case I never came home after that, um, which was 2016. 2016 was the last time I was ever in that house, home with them. Um, I don't know who any of the children that she's watched since were. I do know the name of the child in 2014. I know the first name at least. He was a cute kid. But I really don't know too much about the identity of the the one that, she got arrested for.
But I guess was this almost like a job for her, babysitting? Or
Yes.
just something she did of kindness? Oh, okay.
Yeah, she
Gotcha.
with the elementary school we went to, she watched babies for the teachers that went there. Uh, Whenever she would drop us off from school and pick us up, there would be about three or four baby seats in the car at a time. I remember my siblings and I would be playing with the babies. You know, at the time we thought it was the coolest thing. Like hell yeah, we get to play with babies and stuff. And it's just so saddening that it turned into something so much more sinister than that.
And then my last question would just be, what are your hopes now moving forward, seeing your mom's case kind of move forward?
Um, I I'm happy to see that people who had some sense of unease about her, or noticed weird things going on with their child when they were under her care. I'm seeing these people are starting to speak up, and I feel very confident that she's going to be convicted as deserved. And I strongly believe that she deserves to be behind bars for the rest of her life, and I do believe that's going to happen.
Is there anything else that you would want to add, Aiden, or anything else you would want to touch on for people to know?
I just want to add, encourage everybody um, who has noticed anything off about their child under her care, digestive issues, anything of the sort, changes in behavior. This is the time while this case is being worked, while we're trying to get her convicted. This is the time to bring all that to the table, contact your authorities, and make your voices heard as well.
Perfect. Thank you so much for your time, Aiden. I'm sorry to kind of hold you up as like the timing with my live shot, but I do appreciate you being able
Oh,
to do this.
it's all good.
Well, I hope you enjoy your dinner with your family.
Thank you.
Yes. Have a good night.
You
Bye.
too.